Welcome back to my channel. This is Jack Oligario. And today, we're going to talk about another topic. Let's begin. But first I have a question for you. Do you know this cartoon character? How about this one? And these? A lot of us have watched Disney movies, and I will confess to you that until now, I'm still watching it. And I'm sure that you had already seen Disneyland, right? Of course, who doesn't want to go to the place called happiest place on earth? Aren't you wondering, who is the person behind all of this and how did he become famous around the world? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. But first, who is Walter Elias Disney? He's one of the children of Elias Disney, an Irish-Canadian, and Flora Call Disney, German-American. He was born on December 5, 1901, in Chicago, Illinois. Walter didn't grow up in luxury, because his father was only a contractor and he doesn't always have a job, so his father was farming often to provide food for his family, and his mother was a teacher. But who would have thought that their son will become famous around the world? When Walter was a kid, he loves drawing and painting. He's useful to his father, because he helps him sell newspaper. In 1911 their family decided to move to Kansas City, and that's where he began to love trains. He is passionate about it ever since he was a kid. In fact, he was included in Railroad magazine on 1965. When Walter was studying, he can only sell on summer and newspapers and snacks to the passengers of train station, where his uncle Martin works as train engineer. He's proud to tell this to his friends, because trains are only starting to emerge in that time. Walter really loves to draw, because he was making drawings for his school paper, and he also studied cartooning, hoping that he can get a job as a newspaper cartoonist, but that wasn't his destiny, because he was meant for something great. And in the evening, he's studying art courses in Chicago. When Walter was 16 years old, he had to left school because World War I happened. Luckily, he didn't pass the army screening because he was too young, so he was transferred to Red Cross, where he was assigned to France to become a driver of ambulance. He stayed there for 1 year. When Walter returned from France, his brother helped him to get a job from Pesman Rubin Art Studio. He is the oldest brother of Walter, and helped him to build Walter Disney Studios. Walter worked as an inker, the one who put in outlines in the drawings. Where he met Ub Iwerks, a person that is so talented when it comes to drawings, and will contribute a great factor in Walt's success. Ub helped Walter to open his first animation business. It was called Laugh-O-Gram. This was based from the first cartoon they made. At first, they only make advertisements for the local theater. They also made fairy tale animation with live action called Alice in Cartoonland. In 1923, Walt Disney decided to file for bankruptcy, because they got cheated by a New York distributor. Wherever he is, he must have realized that it was wrong. Because who would have thought that two best friends will become successful at what they do? But Walter didn't let himself down. He even goes to Hollywood, where they started Disney Brothers Studios, where eventually became Walt Disney Studios. It was Roy's idea. He said, "All of this is not possible without Walter." Their first cartoon that became famous was The Flower and Trees. And I know that many of us probably know the famous cartoon Mickey Mouse. Did you know that Walt Disney personally voiced Mickey Mouse? And Ub became the chief animator and designed Mickey Mouse. And the first episode of Mickey Mouse is the Steamboat Willie that aired in 1928 in New York, and on the following year, they created Silly Symphonies where Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy and Pluto is now included. Let's talk about their first animated film. Do you have any idea what it is? Comment down below if you have any idea. Okay. Done. The first movie of Disney is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This was aired in Los Angeles on 1937 and earned $418 million. Regardless of what's happening at that time. Because of this movie, it caused the growth of Walter's company. The next movie they made is Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, and many more. I will just say that, the rest is history. Let's talk about Disneyland. Walter realizes that he wants to build a theme park where his movies can come to life. He wants our mind to journey to a place where we can be together with our favorite Disney character. He opened the first Disneyland in California in 1955. and when it opens to the public, many people from different parts of the world visited. The numbers of investors have increased for Disneyland. And because of that, Walter Disney decided to build Disney World. But Walter died in 1966 due to lung cancer. He didn't even get to see the success of it despite what happened in his life. He didn't even see the result of what he's trying to accomplish. But Roy continued the plan for Walter to finish it in Florida, and because of this, Disney World became more famous. But even Walt is gone in this world, his legacy will remain and it will never goes away. He also built a school for aspiring artists and animators. One of the alumnus in this school is John Lasseter. He was the one who directed one of the famous movies of Disney, the Toy Story, Cars and A Bug's Life. Tim Burton also graduated in this school and his movies are Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands and many more. To this day, Walt's company is still stable. They have their own cruise line company, and when it comes to movies, it's obvious that Disney is still the number one. In reality, they own the biggest cinematic studios in Hollywood, like Marvel, 20th Century Fox, and many more. If Walter could only see this, I'm sure that he will be very happy. They prove their tagline, happiest place on earth, because when you watch a Disney movie, or see a Disney character, it will give you happiness. Please watch this video for the meantime, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you on the next video.